Hey guys, it's Greg from Bay Bridge Barbecue. In today's video, we're going to show you how to trim a full brisket and get complete use out of the whole thing. We're going to trim the fat pieces to eventually make tallow out of, and the meat pieces that we trim off we could grind into burgers or make sausage. And this is going to be the fastest, easiest way for you to trim a brisket just to have right in your backyard barbecue with family and friends. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you is this is the meat side of the brisket, and on the back we have the fat side. So we're going to trim the meat side first. Now, every meat side is going to have this thick, hard piece of fat. So this we need to get rid of because this will not cook. Oh, and I have two pans on the sides. One's going to be for the fat, one's going to be for the meat pieces. So we're going to slice this right off. Now, while I got it on this side, this whole line right here, thick fat, and then we have oxidized meat here. We're going to cut this entire piece off right here. Now, as you can see, this fat right here, this won't render down too well. So we're going to have to cut this to about 1/4 inch. Excuse me if you hear me breathing. I have really good microphones. Now we're also going to have this piece right here on the fat side. Some people call it a mohawk, and this really will not cook well. It'll just be in the way of the smoke. So we're gonna trim this piece off. All right. Got a thick piece of fat right here. Now they say you really want to trim your brisket to where it's aerodynamic, meaning the smoke could roll right off of it and hit every spot. Because if you have different dents and stuff, then water and juices will puddle up. You'll lose some of the rub and everything else that you did to it. Now this piece down here, very thin. So what I do is I usually round it all out right here to get pieces more consistent with the size. All right, this side right here, we're going to do the same that we did to the other side. All right, another thick piece here. Too hard, we're going to get some of it off. Now, the backside, the point, see all this, there's a lot of fat right here, hard fat. This isn't going to render down. This ends up chewy. I've cooked it both ways, and I prefer taking this off. That way you have more of an even cook. So the same thing, I'm going to round it out. All right. So some videos you watch, they take all of this fat off. I usually just leave it on. Even the silver skin I leave on, because I cook meat side down. So when you cook it, this all renders down and it protects the meat for a while and then renders out, and you can't even tell the difference. All right. I think that was pretty quick. We're just about done. All right, so that's how I trim a brisket. I find that to be the fastest, easiest way. You can go and watch other videos. They're all going to be pretty similar to what I just did. Most important part of trimming a brisket is the knife. This is $12 on Amazon. It saved me a ton of time. When I first started trimming briskets, I would cut them in my sink, and I had a big knife that I just originally owned, and I would hit the sink. I would miss pieces. I'd have to keep, turning it over. So this makes life a lot easier. And so now we have the fat. We're gonna render this down and into tallow, and I have a Blackstone that I use that to cook with. All the meat parts we have here, we're gonna grind down into burgers. You can also do sausage if you want. So I hope this motivates some people to want to smoke briskets, because it's a lot easier than they make it seem like online. And I have a full-time job, so I just do this for fun. And it is a lot easier once you get it down packed, and you can make great barbecue right in your backyard every weekend for friends and family. And I appreciate everyone watching this video, and I'll see you next time.